before the pyramids faded beneath desert sands, before the names of pharaohs became subjects of history books, there was another kind of power in ancient Egypt. Not the strength of soldiers, not the wealth of merchants, but the quiet power of the written word. To become a scribe was to enter one of the most respected professions in the kingdom. While others toiled beneath the scorching sun, carving stone or harvesting grain from the Nile's fertile banks, the scribe sat in the shade with ink, papyrus, and knowledge as his tools. Today, let us step into ancient Egypt, not as a king or a priest, but as the man whose pen preserved an entire civilization. The first light of dawn spills across the Nile. The river glows like polished bronze as fishermen push their boats into the calm water. Farmers already walk towards the fields carrying wooden hoes across their shoulders. The air is cool, though everyone knows the desert heat will soon arrive. A young scribe rises before the city fully awakens. His linen garments are clean and simple. Slung over one shoulder is a wooden writing palette fitted with cakes of black and red ink. A bundle of carefully rolled papyrus rests beneath his arm, alongside reed pens sharpened to delicate points. These are not merely writing tools. They are symbols of education, privilege, and responsibility. Only a small fraction of Egyptians could read and write. Literacy belonged largely to priests, officials, and scribes. Years of training at the House of Life, the center of learning attached to temples, had taught him to master hundreds of hieroglyphic symbols, alongside the quicker, more practical hieratic script used in daily administration. His work begins as soon as he reaches the government office. Officials dictate tax records gathered from villages along the Nile. Every measure of grain harvested, every head of cattle counted, every shipment of stone arriving from distant quarries must be recorded with painstaking accuracy. Mistakes are costly. A missing line could mean unpaid taxes. An incorrect figure could affect the food supply of an entire province. The scribe writes steadily, dipping his reed into black ink before carefully tracing each character across the smooth surface of papyrus. Important headings or corrections are added in vivid red, making them stand apart from the rest of the text. Around him, the room hums with quiet concentration. The scratching of reed pens replaces the clang of hammers heard elsewhere in Egypt. By midday, sunlight pours in through narrow windows, warming the limestone walls. Servants bring simple meals of bread, onions, figs, and cool water drawn from clay jars. Work pauses only briefly, before records, letters, and legal documents demand attention once again. But the scribe's duties extend far beyond bookkeeping. Some accompany architects to construction sites, measuring stone deliveries for temples and pyramids. Others travel with military expeditions, documenting victories, supplies, and prisoners captured in battle. Temple scribes copy sacred hymns and religious rituals with extraordinary care, believing every symbol carried divine significance. A single misplaced sign could alter the meaning of a prayer intended for the gods themselves. Many also served as teachers. Inside shaded courtyards, young boys sat cross-legged, patiently copying lines of text onto fragments of broken pottery called ostraka. Again and again, they practiced difficult characters until their hands cramped and their patience wore thin. Their instructors demanded perfection. One surviving Egyptian text offers stern advice to students, reminding them that laziness would leave them laboring in the fields, while learning offered comfort, honor, and opportunity. For the Egyptians, writing was more than communication. It was believed to possess sacred power. The god Thoth, patron of wisdom and writing, was said to have gifted humanity the knowledge of language itself. Every carefully written symbol connected the earthly world to the divine. As evening approaches, shadows stretch across the temples. The day scrolls are rolled and tied with linen cords before being placed safely inside wooden chests. ink palettes are cleaned, reed pens are trimmed for tomorrow's work. The scribe leaves the office as the setting sun paints the Nile in shades of amber and gold. Behind him, laborers continue carrying heavy stones. Farmers still guide their oxen through fields, yet his own hands bear no calluses from physical toil. Instead, they carry something less visible but equally enduring: the responsibility of preserving memory itself. Without scribes, Egypt's laws would vanish, its trade would descend into confusion, its monuments would lose their stories, even the names of its kings might disappear into silence. Long after the voices of pharaohs had faded, it was the work of these quiet record keepers that allowed their civilization to speak across thousands of years. Perhaps that is the greatest lesson the scribe leaves us. Empires are often remembered for their monuments, but they survive because someone took the time to write their stories down. What role do you think was more powerful in ancient Egypt? The ruler who gave the orders, or the scribe who ensured history would never forget them? Share your thoughts below, and until next time, remember, every voice carries a story, every legend leaves an echo.